Jesus Christ. Carol. All because of the impulse. Or does someone hurt themselves? I'm not surprised with that kind of fall. Oh! She's really breaking you, Carol, and she knows she's doing it. As I said, this is all...
Don't get out.
Not gonna lie, that scream kind of caught me off guard a bit. I'm not saying it's funny, but we all saw this coming. We all knew the minute she took off that there's some kind of plan here. She doesn't just put us here for the sake of it, you know. We know there's a reason. I always stress how smart Carol is, okay? I always stress this. Not Carol, sorry, Alpha. Let me just point something out here. In the last Beyond the Wall, I spoke about how Alpha really knows how to read people. She knows how people function. She knows what ticks up here. She knows how to get people, you know, she does. She knows how to use people. We've seen it before. We saw it with Dante. We've seen it time and time again that she knows how to bend people to her will without them even knowing it. Alpha will have known for a fact that Carol would have reacted this exact way. And what did I say in the Beyond the Wall? Emotional, reactive people are predictable. So she would have known that Carol would have done this. So what she would have done is she would have gone, okay, let me find a time when Carol is with other people, important people. I know how their group functions. They base themselves off family and they will go after each other. They will do things for each other, right? They will fight for each other. So if I predict Carol's movement and take her out of the equation, I can take out a bunch. Domino effect. So she's gone into this going, okay, how do I kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, however many there are, birds with one stone? Carol. And the problem is there's no way that we're going to stop this kind of action from happening until we stop being so emotionally reactive and predictable. I know for a fact that some of us would have worked this out. I know Daryl knew, but what's he going to do? He can't just not go after her, and Alpha knows that. Do you know what I mean? So like, just a testament to her intelligence is mind-boggling. But now, we cannot be like, woe is me, what have I done, this kind of logic. We need to stick together and get out of this shithole, literally. Find a better way. Parkour, that's looking like the only viable option right now. That's what parkour.
Use those to jump across.
Jesus Christ.
Through?
Oh my days. How do we get out of this without error or consequence?
Right. You ready?
Everybody, heads screwed on. Right now. It takes one to grab you at that point. I'm starting to feel like the longer the show goes on, the more Carol feels like she's to blame for. Like, the number of times now, just in the last couple seasons, the last season or so, that she's reacted and it's caused something, some kind of issue, or she's done something and it's off the cuff and hasn't told anyone and it's caused chaos here, or done this there, or done that there, or, you know, like, the number of times that's happened, it's racking up. I know Carol's perceptive. She'll start thinking about that. Of course she will. I don't want her to feel like she's to blame, but like it's hard for me to say that she isn't. When in scenarios like this, when she runs off, I know that Carol wouldn't be thinking in the moment, oh, they're going to chase me or all that. That's not what's on her mind. What's on her mind is her kid, which is why I struggle to have these conversations. Because anyone is going to react the same way, which is why I don't want to be angry at her. Like, if you put someone else here, it's the same situation. It just happens to have been Carol that's lost another kid. Like, what do we expect Carol to be? Like, mentally sound and emotionally intact and not reactive like that? I think that's a bit silly to even assume that. If anything, at the moment, you know, we kind of started the apocalypse with a weaker Carol, and then we sort of she sort of raised up, and then we sort of had a point, I think, when our group was traumatized, and then we've sort of all been hitting a bit of a downhill. Not all of us, but a lot of us have been hitting a bit of a downhill. And then once again, we're seeing maybe the most mentally weak. Maybe we saw the strongest physically Carol. Now we're seeing the most mentally weak Carol. I don't know. All I know is that she's not in a good place. And I'm just trying to voice that. And I'm not completely angry at her, but I guess what I'm trying to say right now is she needs to take responsibility for what's just happened. Accept what's just happened, screw her head back on, and protect her family right now, because all of us are in grave danger. She is one of the most capable people in our group. Now, she isn't that capable when she's not fully here emotionally. She needs to lock in. It's gonna break my heart if we lose Jerry. I just had a really sick feeling in that. Come on, Jerry. Come on, Jerry. How are they getting up? And where? The hungry bastards. Please, Aaron. Please, 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 please. If we can all get out of this alive, like, I'm mind blown.
Hand me that thing. Knock yourself out, dude.
Ooh. Daryl, what are you doing? Alright, we found a way slightly up, but I feel like once we're up, it's not the walkers, now it's the skins that we're goddamn worrying about. What do you call them, the whisperers? Honestly, can I be honest with you guys? I prefer the name the skins, eh? Like, I think it's the skins, it's so ominous. You know what I'm really proud of?
How we're doing on food?
Do you know what I'm really, really proud of right now? I haven't seen a single person blame Carol. I haven't seen a single person complain about Carol. I think they all know. I think that we were trying to protect Carol from Alpha, because we know what Alpha's like, we know what Alpha does, and we know what we know what she's like. We put it that way. I haven't seen a single person point finger and be like, Carol, what have you done? Or blame her, or lose their control. Obviously, everyone's probably thinking to themselves, Carol, like, but I think immediately there's that level of sympathy that goes, screw that. Screw that. We all wanted what Carol wanted, just Carol was just in a position where she's struggling to control everything and her emotions and her actions. But the best we can do now is be there for her and protect her.
Alpha put them here. These are theirs. We have to assume we're not alone.
Is Daryl testing for a breeze?
I'm fine. Just a little winded.
This is claustrophobic.
Why didn't you think of that before you got us all trapped down here?
Hey,
Does she just...
it's not the time for this.
Why not? Seems like we have plenty of it.
That's exactly what I was just saying. Oh, for God's sake.
What the hell were you thinking, huh? Running off like that by yourself.
Hi. We ain't got time for this shit.
Yeah, we don't got
We're
time.
this mess together and we're gonna get out
She
of it
knows,
together.
man. You know she knows. Daryl is preaching everything I just said, right? We got into this together, we're gonna get out of it together. Everyone knows that this wouldn't have happened if Carol didn't do what she just did. But you have to have some level of sympathy or empathy for the moment, right? They all ran in after her. I'm not saying it's their fault, but it's just one of those things where it's like, quit blaming, man. We're in an unprecedented situation, dealing with someone who has murdered countless of our friends. Of course emotions are going to be high, right? And she used that. If anyone wants to blame, it's Alpha. Manipulating Carol, using Carol. She put herself in that field with that grin to draw her in. Everything in that scenario was designed to spark Carol's anger. And then we're going to blame Carol for not being emotionally... I don't know. Like, I think that's... When you look at it like that, the fact that Alpha has designed the situation specifically around Carol to draw her out. How are you going to blame Carol when that succeeds? Of course it's going to succeed. It's Alpha. We need to be there for each other now. Screw this nonsense, man. Daryl's spot on. This is, I said just before that I was so proud of us, and it's like, but the thing is, they will be stressed too. I love everyone in this room right now, so I ain't gonna deal with us fighting each other. Ain't no way. Oh, here we go. Let's see, keep an eye on the temp. Gamma went back? Whoa!
The enemy are watching us. A small group crossed the border. They went straight to the edge of the national forest.
The Horde.
They knew exactly where to look.
Did they find it?
Yeah.
We have underestimated them.
We have to assume.
Bro, did you just see that look that she gave Gamma? Of like, is that really what you're asking right now?
Been sending spies across the border.
I know Alpha doesn't trust Gamma. I'm telling you now. I know it for a fact. She knows. She's a smart cookie. And I think, well, Negan has worked it out too, by the way. That she's the emotional one in. Bloody badass. Buckland Barnes.
Have your matches.
Would you try to take it easy for a minute?
I can't. I need to do something.
Wow, she's seriously claustrophobic or like... I was just thinking, by the way, how much do you think everyone in this room actually knows Carol? Considering she's been off here, off there, off everywhere. Do you think that the reason they struggle to sympathise with what she's done here is because they don't really know her?
It's like I can't even turn my back on you anymore. It's bad enough I got Aaron running around with that skin freak. I want to be there for you. I do. I don't know what to do anymore.
I can't stop thinking about it. I know I have to, but I can't. I don't want to just kill Alpha. I want to hurt her.
If I went through all the shit that you went through, I'd probably feel the same way.
Exactly. Daryl's just literally speaking my thoughts.
Unless you tried to stop me.
And she would. We know she would. That's the thing. It's hard to see straight, guys.
You gotta quit all this.
Everyone but Carol will be able to see through this. And even Daryl just said, I would have done the same shit unless someone was there to stop me. I think the point you're trying to make is there are people here for her. She doesn't need to go and fight this herself.
People you care about are starting to get hurt. I gotta know we're on the same team. We fight for our future. We don't fight for revenge.
I promise.
Oh my days, like it borderline makes me want to cry hearing Daryl say that. Do you know what I mean? Like, since Negan and Glenn and all that, hearing him say that makes you think, damn, how far has he come to be one of the people in the group with the head screwed on? But the thing is, guys, is when you look at it, Daryl has been here and done that. Daryl is looking into a mirror right now. He's seen it. He's done it. He's experienced the consequences of it. He knows what Carol will go through if she keeps doing this, because he did it. I don't know, like, it's just amazing, because once upon a time, way back when, season 1, I don't remember much about my reactions, but I can tell you this, I definitely felt like Daryl was one of the ones who needed to be leaded. We have come a very long way to the point where I could sit here now and think that Daryl could lead. He's like the father of the group. Why does that make me really sad? He's the uncle of the group. He's Uncle Daryl. And once upon a time, before all this crap, I thought Carol was like the mother of the group. And I know she's there. I can see it in her eyes. She wants to be there. Alpha has this control over her. You know what I just thought of? Wouldn't the biggest twist on this be, like, we realize that Alpha knows how to manipulate people, so we use that to her advantage. We make her feel like she's manipulating Carol, and then boom! You got this, Carol. I know you do. Come on, Daryl. No more off the cuff. You know what's kind of scary about this whole thing, though, is The skins probably know where we are right now. They've been told to make sure we don't escape. Either they're waiting by the exits or they are literally stalking us in these caves. Oh my god, I just got a huge fright. I didn't even see it. I just saw this thing. But that reminded me... That shit reminded me of Saw. If you guys have seen Saw, when like, the people are getting kidnapped by the person with a pig mask. Wouldn't it be amazing if Lydia found us in here and got us out?
If we don't follow each other in the dark, we're gonna get split up.
Oh, she's right. Stick together.
Are we all together right now?
Yeah, but where?
I think they went this way.
Arrow.
I know a road sign when I see one.
Sorry to butt in.
So what's the plan? Oh.
No pun intended. Just wanted to talk.
About?
Well, I hear we're supposed to be keeping our eyes peeled for a spy lurking in the woods. I have an alternate theory to run by you. The spy you're looking for, right here in your camp.
Most people know the enemy have nothing to offer except lies.
But do you trust that completely, Alpha?
Believe it or not, I have been where you are right now.
Negan's surprising me a little bit because I thought the direction he was going to take was he was going to be the infiltrator, but he's literally come in and he's going to point out the infiltrator. Unless he tries to create chaos within the group and protect Gamma. He hasn't really spoken to Gamma though, right? I don't know. Does he even have any knowledge of Gamma's... I don't know what he's going to do. He could be trying to plant little seeds of manipulation in Alpha's head. Whoa, that scares me, you know. If I'm being completely honest, I don't really fancy Negan's chances at manipulating the manipulator.
See, the thing is, you stay king or queen long enough, with people telling you all day, every day that your shit don't stink, eventually you start to believe it. The thing is, it still stinks. And no, I am not talking about Frankenstein's hemorrhoid. The big dude is clearly a goose
Loyal.
But the little one?
Negan never knew about Gamma Ray. You know how crazy that is that he's worked that out? He didn't know about her. So he's worked that out while being here and just watching.
I will not have you so paranoid. If you breathe a word of this to anyone, I will take these.
I was just thinking, like, if you had tried to kill Alpha, what happens? Do you guys think if Alpha died, Beta would take control and just move the Horde, or just lose his shit a bit? Probably would, eh? Like, so, at the end of the day, you probably have to, if you were to just extinguish the threat of what this is, you'd probably have to kill both Alpha and Beta. You would, wouldn't you? It's like they're like two halves, almost.
Are okay. You are okay.
Shit, can Jerry fit? That's not me being sad, like he is just a tank. Oh, Jesus Christopher. Whoa. Surely they designed this so that Beta could come down here. There ain't nobody bigger than Beta.
Alright, come out. Follow my voice.
Jesus, look at the size
Follow my voice, come on.
of the hole. Not gonna lie though, if there were skins in here, that would be kind of freaky.
Carol.
Shoot!
I'm here.
You're almost out. You're almost out.
I can't. I can't.
Yes, you can. Come on. We're gonna get through this together.
Hell yeah, Carol. What are the odds? Do we reckon that someone's about to die here? Do I pause here indefinitely, guys? As you guys know, Jerry's one of my favorite characters.
What is it? Just be quiet for a second.
No way!
Go, go, go!
And there ain't nobody that can help him either. He either moves fast or he's dead.
Come on! Guys! I'm stuck.
Take your gear off!
Come on, Jerry! And come on, Daryl! You know what's really freaking me out about the scene? All the screaming and the gargling. You can't tell if he's being bitten because he's... You bastard! Check his legs, check his legs, check his legs, check his legs, check his legs.
It's okay. They didn't bite through. You good. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh. Come on, Jerry! Whoa! Damn, Aaron. Bro, I'm so pessimistic. My guy ain't dying from that. You gotta get there first. Look at this. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not trying to trust these mines either. There's a reason they get sealed off, you know?
We gotta be very careful. We take out the wrong piece, this whole thing is gonna collapse.
Yeah, exactly. What I was just saying. There's a reason why this thing was goddamn collapsed. Now the question is, does she talk to Gamma? Wow, I thought she'd all...
Gamma?
She never made it to the border. I've sent 4 scouts to find her. If there are spies among us, maybe she's been captured.
Or she is the spy.
Even if she has gone over.
I want you to track her down.
Oh, splendid.
Bring her to me.
I will kill her.
No, she wants her herself.
I will deal with her. And the pack will watch.
Bro, I'd be Peter Malark hiding from that guy. Jesus Christopher. I ain't standing in the open. I'm surprised. I thought she would have already somewhat been manipulating Gamma. Like, that was her... Obviously, she was using Gamma, because she uses everyone around her. I get that. But I thought she may have specifically put Gamma in that position, knowing she'd probably find some branch to the other side and then use that to her advantage. That's what I was thinking. But you know what's crazy? Negan giving her that piece of information, imagine the levels of trust she's about to pick up from him. No way does she ever trust him fully, though. Maybe I'm overestimating her. Maybe I'm overestimating the intelligence. But I don't want to say that because that's the sort of thing you say before they pull out some kind of Uno reverse pick up 4 card. Ah, my eye. Surely you're going to blow up the...
Hey, check this out. Yo. Somebody left this crate of dynamite.
Could a stick of dynamite go off if it has not been sparked? I don't know anything about dynamite. Surely just yeet that down there at the Horde. No, that could blow up the whole place.
You.
Looks like Mom's mad at me.
Negan. Careful. I would be careful what you say to her loyal followers.
Eyes front.
What is she doing?
You don't want to talk. I am not good with long, uncomfortable silences.
Stop here.
What the hell?
I said, eyes front.
Shit.
Take off your clothes.
What the frick?
You were right. We are different.
Please don't tell me she's taking his cojones.
I made myself into a monster. Because that is what the world needed. I saved people. My name, it meant something.
Turn around.
You know, it's kind of weird hearing him say that. Like, because that's what we... At the end of the day, like, after all those seasons of me hating the guy, my final theory was that he created an image, almost like self-sacrifice, which I was sort of... the way I used to word it is, he almost became a villain for the sake of other people's survival, which is almost borderline heroic. That's how I used to say it. It just feels weird him saying that, because obviously I came to that conclusion, but... I don't know, just... so he's so passionate and emotional about it. It's just, you just don't think of it like that from, you know, the point of view of being on the receiving end of Lucille.
Whoa.
You're a crass man. I reckoned you might appreciate a crass reward.
What the...
A reward? For what?
What is going on right now?
Spy. Gamma. And I want to express my gratitude in a way that you will understand.
Are you just gonna leave that mask on?
Does my true skin disturb you?
Not at all. Weirdly the opposite.
Surely this starts creeping Negan out.
This isn't some sort of a praying mantis situation, is it? I my head afterwards.
Stop. Talk.
That is not even remotely how I expected that to go, and I'm kind of icked out. Negan! Getting primal! Bruh! How far will he go? That is insane. You know the first thought that went through my head though? What if Beta saw this? I'm gonna reserve what I have to say about that until after, because I don't know what to say. I'm weirded out by that.
Just a little more.
Oh, I'm kind of freaking out about someone sticking their head up her through there, not gonna lie. She took the dynamite. Oh, of course she did. Carol, man, what the frick? Just speak to people. Carol, how the hell are you going to get out of that?
Take my hand.
Oh,
come on.
Thank God.
What the hell are you doing?
Dynamite.
You can take out half reward from here.
You're gonna get yourself killed.
She killed my boy.
You gotta come back with me.
Wow, they're gonna get stuck, aren't they? They're going after Daryl. Jesus Christopher. Oh!
We got brakes.
I'm so goddamn sick of the show doing this. You know what this show's about to do? It's going to have acted like Jerry was about to die, Jerry not die, and then Jerry die anyway. I know what it's about to do, for God's sakes, because it's done it before. Get out. Isn't that whole thing about to go as well? Go on, Jerry. No way did she stay. Nah, I'm sorry, but I'm not... I'm not going to get emotional until I know they're dead, purely because those are some massive goddamn cave systems. I get more of a feeling like they're going to be kept by whatever skins were still... I don't know. I don't know, because I genuinely saw that girl with Daryl. Nah, I'm not going to believe it, because I know we just saw a goddamn ginormous explosion, but until I see either they don't show up again or what. But these caves were huge. I don't want to believe that.
This blast is gonna call walkers and whispers from 100 miles from here. We don't want our backs pressed against this mountain when they come. We can't save them if we're dead.
Go ahead and say it to me. I deserve it. You were right about everything. Just say it. No, please. You cared about her, and now she's gone because of me. Please, just say it.
Go home.
He ain't saying...
found the horde.
Where are you gonna be?
They got out before us. There's got to be another way in.
You know what, guys? This one's a really tough one to swallow, because beyond the fact that I'm not sure they're dead. Look, I don't know, but logistically, they were very close to an explosion. Chances are they were close enough to the explosion to the point where the ceiling and walls around them would have been caving, unless they managed to get out, unless they managed to find the way that the other skins came through. I don't know, but they were very, very close to it. Even if they survived, okay, if they survived, they still don't know the way out. Meaning, they would be stuck there for God knows how long. No food, no water. Even if they survived, I don't know how they survive. You know, obviously Daryl is seemingly going to try find another way to find them. I get that. They're all guarding their own little parts or entries to the cave. Awesome. Cool. Daryl's going to go look. I'm scared for Daryl in the sense that they're spot on. This would have attracted so many goddamn walkers. How big of a dent it's done to the horde, I don't even know. For all I know, it's like not even like a third. Like, it's just a small little dent. Carol couldn't control her emotions, and she risked everything. Throughout the episode, guys, I spoke a lot about my sympathy for Carol and how I feel like it's hard to be angry because I know that Daryl's saying, I'll be here and all this, that, the other, and sometimes it's just not that simple. Sometimes someone's so far in someone's head to the point where it's never gonna be that simple. This whole scenario has been built around Carol. The whole scenario, and hoping that others would follow, and hoping that this, and hoping that that, and hoping that the other. She's incredibly smart, and she's done this on purpose. So a situation designed to manipulate someone who's been traumatized, how do we expect her to react? And it all sort of like the circle of, do I sympathize, do I what? I don't know how I feel. Now I feel more sad and more upset for Daryl, because I know that a lot of this would have been avoided. Carol once again choosing to go off without saying a word with the dynamite, and then boom, everything starts collapsing. So many people's lives are at risk. 2 people get stuck in the cave or killed. Right from the start, when Carol ran off and took us to this cave in the first place, 2 people have potentially lost their lives. It's a very, very, very big price to pay. I guess that's my frustration with Carol, is like, it's not even about going after just Alpha. She's just completely scrambled her brain to the point where she will do anything and everything to cause a little mark. For now, I'm going to have to reserve what I think about this whole scenario until I know the fate of the people alive. The point is, though, is that should Carol risk other people's lives? Normal Carol wouldn't. She wouldn't trade lives in an attempt to get revenge. She wouldn't do that. But she's not thinking straight right now. Yes, she will be thinking to herself, could this cause this? Could that cause that? Could this cause the other? And she will know it can. But that revenge emotion is far too strong. And once again, Alpha knows that. I think the biggest and most upsetting thing for me in this episode is seeing Daryl at his peak in trying to look after Carol, but then their relationship almost tear apart at the end. Like, just the way Daryl was looking at Carol, you know what he wanted to say. He's not saying it because he loves Carol. Through all of this, he loves Carol. I know he does. He's not saying it because he doesn't want to destroy her like that. He doesn't want to just attack her like that. Carol's one of the most important people to him. That's why this whole episode he's been trying to protect her. But then you just see in his eyes all that stuff he wants to say. Oh, God knows. Like, Alpha's gotten what she wanted. I guess that's the best way to put this. She got exactly what she wanted. I just feel like I'm in this paradoxical loop in my brain of feeling sympathy for Carol and then basically being like, I can't be mad at Carol because this is her way of fighting for her justice. I could be frustrated at Carol, but being mad at Carol is like a very strong word, you know. It is very frustrating that the actions of one person can derail everything we're building. You know, it's frustrating, of course it is, but these are things that you kind of have to account for because, I don't know, man. We've seen people go off before on their own will and try and do things themselves. We've seen it happen many times again, and we've seen the consequences of it. We know we work best as a whole, but we know that that is the worst scenario for Alpha. So she will be doing everything she can to put us in situations where we tear ourselves apart. That's the whole point. Weaken us, strip us, basically remove what that thing called family that sort of makes us as strong as we are, so that she knows she can win. But anyway, guys, I guess the next episode is probably going to be the aftermath of this. I actually kind of hope we figure out their fate in the next episode. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to handle this Daryl and Carol stuff, because this is just it's so emotionally exhausting, you know. Just the way she was saying, just say it to me, say it, I know it. She knows what he wants to say. He doesn't need to say it. But I think that's the hardest part for Carol is she almost, in a way, knows the consequences of what she's doing, but feels like she's not feeling the full consequence. She's like, feels like Daryl's protecting her from the full load of that consequence. She's basically like, I know what I've done. I know what I deserve. Tell me now, do it. Basically, she's waiting for him to basically disown her, I think, but he's not going to do that. Honestly, it's a ticking time bomb. Like, literally, the dynamite in that episode symbolized Carol being cooped up, locked up, in a tight space with all those thoughts of hatred and revenge and all that opportunity to bite back. There's only one outcome. I'm not even going to talk about the potential positives of making that big of a bang inside Alpha's Horde's part of Alpha's Horde's hiding spot. I'm not even going to talk about that because honestly, it doesn't even... I don't think that's worth the 2 lives we've just lost. Not going to lie. Like, it actually it irritates me. There's no pros today. I think the biggest worry now is how does someone stop Daryl looking? Jesus Christopher. If there are hordes coming now to this area, how the hell are we going to get Daryl out of here before... Well, hopefully he just finds them. Hopefully. Honestly, if these 2 die, I struggle to see how Carol recovers from this. Genuinely. Mentally, I don't see it happening. Especially people that are very, very dear to her best friend's heart. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could never forgive yourself. Anyway, let's move on from that, guys. The only other thing, guys, that I want to briefly touch on is Alpha and Negan. I don't believe, like, she's saying, I'll reward you in a way that you understand. I mean, he's not your dog. Okay, I feel like this is all manipulation tactics. She probably thinks he values that more than he does. He's putting on... You know what? It kind of feels like he's even putting on another image. He's putting on another betrayal just for Alpha. Just for this scenario. To make him feel like they're toxic and like toxic masculinity, all these things. Make him appear that way. That's something he'd care about. In this moment, that all he'd care about is mating. And she's given it to him. She thinks that's what he wants. But I have this weird feeling that the manipulator's being manipulated and vice versa. I think they are currently in this weird tango right now of like, I don't think Negan wanted to do that. Brother's got to take sacrifices. He's taking one for the team. Yeah, he's got to do it. If he doesn't do it, what does that mean? That completely disregards the mantle that he's put on just for Alpha. He needs to appear a certain way to let her guard down. One thing I think that he is very good at is putting on masks. But I'm freaking out because I'm like, who's actually being manipulated? That's the question. Who's being manipulated more? Who's being manipulated first? What came first, the chicken or the egg? I'm rooting for Negan, but at the same time, because in a way, in exposing Gamma, Negan's done more than just expose Gamma. He's opened Alpha's mind to that possibility. So, in a way, has he not potentially opened the door to expose himself? I don't know. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave that there because I've been traumatized this episode by Carol and by Alpha. There's a lot I didn't want to see today, which my eyes have now been imprinted with. So let's move on. That was a good episode, a good reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed. As ever, if you did, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for new content every single week. And of course, follow the Instagram, the links in the description. All social links are in the descriptions, guys. Merchandise, those t-shirts that you guys have probably seen popping up potentially should be going live in the next couple weeks. I'm waiting on my sample. The minute I get that sample, I wear it, I wash it once, I see how it feels. If it drips, then boom, it's dripping. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, keep an eye out for that, guys. But yeah, that's all from me, guys. As ever, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.